What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the match review, reaction and analysis of the game between RB Leipzig and Manchester City in the Champions League, which Manchester City have lost, ending our 7-game winning streak and lost by 2-1 behind closed doors at the Red Bull Arena in Leipzig in Germany. But before I crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Now on that push towards 22,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video, aiming for 100 likes once more, so if we could hit that, that would be brilliant. And also don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what you made of this disappointing defeat for Manchester City. Lastly, this video is sponsored and it's brought to you by the best footballing app out there, in my opinion, OneFootball. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to stay up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, latest scores, statistics, live league tables, results, and all your good footballing needs, then go and download the OneFootball app. It's a free app to download. Use my link at the top of my description. Press that link, will take you to the download page to download OneFootball. Pressing that link and downloading OneFootball through my link does help to support the future content created here on my channel. Anyway, let's crack on with this review. We're going to start off first, so we'll have a look at the goals first and foremost. 24 minutes in after a pretty lacklustre first 20 minutes from Manchester City. Not the aggressive start that we've had over the last couple of games from us, albeit we've made quite a few changes in this game, so that was to be expected, kind of, from City. It was to be a bit disjointed, so to speak, but it was Szoboszlai, however you say his name, but he gave RB Leipzig the lead in the 24th minute, rounding Zack Steffen and poking the ball home to give them the lead. Always disappointing, and once more has reiterated the case here that Manchester City haven't kept one clean sheet in the group stage of the Champions League, which is pretty disappointing in itself, but there we go. And then into the second half, we brought Raheem Sterling on. It just looked a bit flat, if I'm completely honest, from Manchester City. So it came as no surprise that once they've seen through the first phase of the second half, the first 10-15 minutes, and made it to the 70th minute, that's when Leipzig started stringing some passes together, started taking the game once more to Manchester City. I'll tell you right now, Leipzig will be fully aware of what was happening in the game in Paris between PSG and Club Brugge, so they already knew that they were going to be going through in third place to the Europa League. So it became a real dead rubber, and it was literally just Leipzig having a point to prove under a new manager that's in interim control, wanted to showcase what he can do, and Leipzig wanted to make a really good performance here and get a good scalp, and that's exactly what happened, doubling their lead in the 71st minute after a ball given away from John Stones. And on the counter-attack there, Leipzig, Andre Silva lining up, they had another player lining up just next to him that could have slotted it home, and it was a decent finish from Andre Silva using the disguise of Zinchenko in front of him to blind Zack Steffen, so he can't react in time. He hits it to low and hard into the back of the net to make it 2-0 to Leipzig. Fair credit to Manchester City, they came forward and wanted to make things happen, and we had opportunities. Yeah, there was one or two penalty shouts that in particular I wasn't happy with, that I thought were penalties. VAR and the referee deemed that they weren't, and I don't agree with them decisions, but I'm not going to blame the defeat in this game on them decisions. But City did start to battle back in the 76th minute. Zinchenko from the left hand side whips a nice deep ball in, and there's Riyad Mahrez with a diving header putting it past the goalkeeper into the back of the net, and also confirming my betting tip for this game, which was the both teams to score, which I was certain of, and so that did happen. And I thought, here we go, 15 minutes here for Manchester City to really go at RB Leipzig, take the game to them, try and get a goal or two, see if we can get another point, and what would have been, I mean, to be fair, I mean, if we'd have drawn this game and it had finished 2-2, I'd have said it's not the worst point in the world from us, because travelling to Germany and playing a fairly decent team under RB Leipzig, under now new management, isn't always going to be a dreadful result for us, and particularly when we have absolutely nothing to play with and no motivation there as well. I'd have accepted that, but a defeat is a defeat. It means we head into the group stage now with 2 defeats in the. We head into the knockout phase, sorry, from the group stage with 2 defeats, no clean sheets at all. However, the positives: we've topped the group. We head into that draw next Monday, on Monday the 13th of December, as a seeded team. So we're going to play a team that finishes second. So keep an eye on the results from the other games from around Europe from this evening and tomorrow as well. And we'll find out just who Manchester City could play in the last 16, which at the end of the day is all that matters. We put ourselves in this position where this game didn't matter, but we didn't need it to, because we'd already sealed qualification in first place. So yeah, you know, I can think of worse games for us to have lost. I'm not going to lose any sleep over this loss, but still, the precedent was set out there with 7 wins in a row from Manchester City. We wanted to keep this momentum going, and considering we went with a strong team as well, it's disappointing that we've ended up losing this game, because we've not given the youngsters a chance in this game, which isn't something I'm happy about. I mean, we've let Cole Palmer, James McAtee, Joshua Wilson-Esbrand, Romeo Lavia, and also CJ Egan-Riley all travel with the squad and feature on the bench for Manchester City, yet only one of them youngsters managed to come on, and that was with 3 minutes remaining, Cole Palmer. So that was disappointing that we didn't get to see any of the young players, and I'd have accepted this result with more young players featuring. I'd have been happy to see more young players featuring for Manchester City as well, and I feel like City probably would have played a better game with these young players featuring, because they have a point to prove. They want to go out there, they want to put in impressive performance to make sure that they are getting a taste of regular first team football. So in the grand scheme of things, I'm disappointed. City went with a strong team, so I thought, right, here we go, I'm happy. You know, Jack Grealish, Phil Foden, Riyad Mahrez leading the line. That should be a fairly decent leading of the line for Manchester City. A fairly decent midfield. Fernandinho, Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne. This, to me, is a team capable of creating opportunities and scoring goals. Certainly 2 or 3 goals in the game from that, well, front 3 from Manchester City, and a couple of creative players in Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne as well. So it's disappointing that we've only managed to muster up 1 goal, and it just looks like City couldn't be bothered in the grand scheme of things here, and it just didn't work. It didn't mix. And I just feel like the youngsters that featured would have given that energy that was clearly quite lacking on this pitch. Some of the players looked quite tired. I'm very surprised that Kyle Walker was given the nod in this game. He didn't look like he was match prepared or match fit. He looked very frustrated in the 81st minute. Wasn't really of any surprise. He looked very frustrated on that right hand side playing against John Stones. I don't really know why. They've played alongside each other often enough. They know each other's game, so I don't really get why it wasn't really linking too well in the defensive positions there for Manchester City. And Kyle Walker just kicking out at Andre Silva in the 81st minute is a really stupid thing to do. It's a stupid thing to do because he's now suspended for I think the last 16. I think it's both legs. Certainly one leg, the first leg of that, which is disappointing in itself, but it's violent play. That's why he's been sent off, and that I think warrants a 2-game suspension. So what a stupid thing to do in a game that means absolutely nothing for Manchester City. Really, really disappointing that from Kyle Walker. I'll be very surprised to see him start at the weekend, albeit down to fitness or fatigue and tiredness, or quite simply because he got sent off and didn't have a good game in this game. I wouldn't be surprised to see against Leeds, against Wolves, maybe even against Leeds as well, seeing Joao Cancelo go on the right hand side and Oleksandr Zinchenko going on the left hand side. But that was just overall poor from Manchester City and from the team and from the manager too, from Pep Guardiola. I thought he got the team selection wrong. I wanted to see some more youngsters in there to be breaded in. This was the ideal game to go and do that, and we haven't done that. Instead, we've had first teamers playing who have looked tired. One of them's got sent off, which isn't great going into the last 16. It's disrupted our momentum as well. It's like I said, some of these are first team players for Manchester City that have featured in this game, and all in all, it just looked like City couldn't be bothered, and that's disappointing in itself. Really disappointing. A flat game in front of no fans. Just, yeah, a really meh game from Manchester City. We need to pick ourselves up though for Saturday. Got a big game coming in the early kick-off against Wolves. Need to make sure that we respond from this defeat to get a nice victory, get the good flowing goals back there, and I did think we missed some of our key players that didn't play. Just Ruben Dias at the back, not organising. I could tell that he wasn't featuring for Manchester City. The confidence, I mean, I thought Zack Steffen had a fairly good game for Manchester City, but the confidence that oozes seeing Ederson sitting behind, the creativity and the inform of Joao Cancelo and Bernardo Silva were massive misses. We missed Gabriel Jesus, I thought, in this game here as well, and there was a big opportunity here for some players to really make a difference and make a claim that they are a player that should be featuring regularly in the first team for Manchester City. Big opportunity here for John Stones, and it wouldn't surprise me now to see Ruben Dias and Aymeric Laporte starting in the next game against Wolves rather than John Stones. I thought Zinchenko's done fairly decent. He's going to be playing in the last 16 now with Cancelo on the right hand side and Zinchenko on the left hand side with Walker suspended, so that was good, and Zinchenko managed to get himself an assist as well. I don't think Zinchenko had too bad of a game, if I'm completely honest. Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan didn't really look as sharp as what I was hoping for them to be. Fernandinho looks like a player that's currently nearing the end of his career, which always isn't good. There's a big opportunity out there for Jack Grealish to go and get himself a goal, get him an assist, get his name out there and everything, but I'm expecting now Mahrez has got the goal. It could well be Mahrez, Sterling and Gabriel Jesus once more starting for City, or Phil Foden, depending on who City want to go for at the weekend. So yeah, overall I just thought it was a bit disappointing. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I don't really care that much. All I care about is Saturday, and if Man City come out with 3 points on Saturday, I'm happy. I'm happy then just to move on, because it's obviously the focus now throughout the rest of December, all of January and into February as well, is all about the Premier League. It's about domestic competitions, Premier League, the FA Cup. Of course, we had the draw yesterday, drawn Swindon away, a League 2 team there, so a good opportunity there for City to go and play a team that we don't often face in a proper cup tie there, so I'm excited for that game. And of course we've got the Champions League draw to look forward to on Monday, which I'm happy to say City are in. We've qualified and we've finished first in what was a fairly difficult group containing RB Leipzig, who were Champions League, what were the semi-finalists a couple of seasons ago, with Club Brugge, a very attacking, very well, they're a team that can cause a lot of problems, so yeah, they're a difficult team to be able to play against, and also PSG as well. So not only have we managed to qualify, we've managed to qualify in first place as well. So group stage there is a success from City, but certainly plenty for us to improve on going into the big last 16 coming up, which we'll find out next Monday with the draw of whom we will face. So I will be doing a reaction to that on Monday at some point for you guys to look forward to, so do stay tuned for that. So there we go, that has been the video. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video, aiming for over 100 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what you made of this defeat for Manchester City. What are your thoughts? What went wrong? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Aiming now for 22k subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget my social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below. Go and hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball, link at the top of my description. Go and download the OneFootball app. That'll keep you up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, latest scores, results, statistics, live league tables, and all your good footballing needs. Link is at the top of my description. It's a free app to download, worthwhile downloading, and it also helps to support the future content created here on my channel. And I'll see you all again very soon. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.